fourplex at 138th Street here in High River. We got this job to fix up all the flood damage that was done in the basement. Today we're in here just getting ready for the electrician to come back in and rewire the basement. And what we got to do is get all our little fire rating details done in along the walls where they tie in the stuff. Back when this was built in late 1950 or early 60s, the fire ratings weren't as big an issue, so there's a bunch of repair or remedial work to be done to bring it up to close to today's codes. So this is the separation between the two suites downstairs, and we had to run the drywall right back to the outside sheathing there. Originally it never went that far. On this wall we had some ductwork, existing ductwork there. They had a wooden 2x2 bulkhead around that ductwork, and butting into the wall, their drywall just went up to the bottom of the bulkhead and up and around the duct. Basically they had no separation between the suites. Once the fire got in the wall, could go through the studs to the other bulkhead, and it was up into all the joist spaces. Basically, if you got a fire in anywhere, the whole floor assembly was engulfed in the fire. So what we're doing, we got to run the drywall up to the top plate there. That's why we took the bulkhead out, and I got John there. He's putting little blocks of wood in between the joists up there and a piece of drywall, and then we're going to fire tape that up there to keep the smoke from going out. Okay, so the next thing we have to do here is the old partitions just butted up against this firewall, so there was no fire rating in behind the partitions where they just butted up there. So what we're doing is we got to put new backing studs in behind. Guess we'll have to go the other side to have a look there. So we got backing stud in behind, and then we got a layer of 5/8 drywall going through behind the stud, and then the stud for the partition nail on top of that 5/8 drywall. And when we drywall the wall, that joint on the 5/8 drywall, that'll be taped along the corner bead for the butting joining wall. A little bit tricky when you got all these pipes and electrical conduits in the way, trying to get that last stud out and the drywall in behind there, but we did it. We got to get a sheet of 5/8 drywall behind that plywood. Originally they just had plywood mounted on the studs. This is a furnace room. It's got the upstairs furnace and the downstairs furnace. That wouldn't be done today. You'd have the upstairs furnace on the upstairs. So, but they're relaxing some of the code requirements here for since this is repairing for flood damage. This will be a 1-hour rated room with 5/8 drywall each side of the wall and a fire rated door. Here's another partition butting into the outside wall. This is the stairway going up stairs, and we got the other stairway just beyond it coming downstairs. Originally these stairs were built, they were right tight up against the studs both sides. Nowadays that's got to be a 1-hour separation between the two tenants, so we have to put some 5/8 drywall screwed to the stringer of the stairs and some backing blocks and a fire stop block along there to separate that out to two spaces along the stairwell. Again, our drywall's out to the outside of the outside sheathing where that firewall butts into the perimeter wall there. Have to move a couple of plumbing pipes. Can't have ABS pipe inside a firewall, so they have to be offset and moved just outside. They were outside at the top, but they offset into the part where the firewall is actually just from that landing up to the ceiling, so we left them offset into the wall down below there. There's that stair looking at it from the other side. You can see we haven't put the drywall in there yet. It was right tight, screwed tight to the studs, so we're going to have to take out that fire stop block that's in there now and put some drywall in there, and then put the fire stop block back and some backing for our drywall. So underneath the stair here, they got gas lines and a bunch of electrical stuff and some copper pipes going down there. Now that's got to be rated underneath that stair because that's the separation between the upstairs and the downstairs. So we're gonna have to put 2 layers of 5/8 drywall on the bottom of that stair. It wasn't there before. Same with the bottom of the landing further on there. They'll have to have 2 layers of 5/8 drywall. So that's the other end of the wall where we've got the drywall butted to the outside sheathing, and there's where we've got our drywall behind the stud now, where the partition ties in, and our new backing studs in there. You have to do that in 4 places along here. So we're getting ready for an electrician to come drill his holes and run new wiring. All this old wiring down here, it no longer passes code, so it's we got to replace all the wiring, new panel down here. And that's going to happen next week.
Hey, do you have a building that needs fixing up and some renovations? We can handle all your renovation needs. Give us a call. 403-651-7263. Ask for Lee.